G'day, Steve Morgan, Fishing Media and ABT, and we are based at Mallacoota at the moment, getting ready for the second round of the Dive with BREAM series. It's the Humminbird event at Mallacoota. We've taken over Bruce's holiday apartments, and not just me, the other Queenslanders. Check over here. There's Joel McKenzie and Lance Marsh's boat, so it's a Queensland domination of this accommodation, if not the event. But we've just been out pre-fishing for the day, had the briefing, and it's just getting some stuff tidied up and prepared for the tournament tomorrow. Come and I'll show you some of the new toys that are on the boat. This is the Humminbird round, so Sean Clancy from BLA came over yesterday afternoon. We took off my old Helix and he put on this. This is a Humminbird APEX 13-inch, which is, and I noticed that the Humminbirds have actually quite a wide screen compared to my Garmin unit, so that's a 13-inch APEX that's sitting on there. The reason we need the APEX on there is because I've got one of the new Humminbird Mega Live 2 transducers here. Now I saw some of these in action at the Barra right here, where Timmy and Jacob Wheeler, Carl and Gussie both had one of these on their boat, and they've won a few tournaments on those already. So I thought it was about time we got a Mega Live 2 on there, and we could do some of the coverage with that. So with this unit here, I can do that. It's got a feed out of it, so I can incorporate it in my live stream. And I did some filming today with it as well. Got some really good footage today, so we'll roll that out in coming weeks. But if you want to see it live in action, you can see it in the tournament tomorrow. I should be live streaming between 7 AM and 2 PM. I've got enough battery to get maybe 2 or 3 hours of integrated sonar footage with that. Mallacoota, it's a very different place at the moment. It was really quite hard to catch fish today. All the fish I normally fish around the edges. The water is quite dirty. I had a lot of rain here recently. When I say dirty, it's not muddy, it's sort of just stained. And the fish just aren't where we expect them. I'm just going to roll through all of the different things I threw today to catch fish, and I caught fish on maybe 2 of these techniques. But this is how I would roll normally in this joint. I have won tournaments here before on the bet minnow. That's the peach head bet minnow. That's on a 7'1" Daiwa in-feet EX rod with the TD black reel. Braid and leader combo. It's 5 pound or maybe 6 pound, I think, of that floating the floating Yamato I showed you a week or 2 ago. I've got with a secret bait on this one. This is the prototype lure on the Daiwa BFS. I had the cicada out today. I thought, it's been raining so much, it normally softens up the grounds, get the cicadas going. Threw that around a lot today and sort of didn't really get a bite on it. Thought there'd be a few prawns around, so I've got a few prawn imitations. The Crush City Imposter's one of them there. The Pro Lure prawn, it's another one there, so they might get a run during the next couple of days. Interestingly, that's on straight through, that's on braid leader. I think you can rotate between those. Prefer to fish the jig head one on the braid leader. I've got a cranky crab still tied on from Gippsland Lakes, and that's sort of tangled up there. But you know what? I didn't even throw a cranky crab today. It was quite strange. Mainly because the structure I saw was sort of in dirty water. I think cranky crab is quite a visual lure. Chris Hickson always had a saying, if you're struggling in Mallacoota, put on a black blade, go to a headland and throw the other way. So, which implies that the fish school a little bit deeper off headlands when it's tough. So I threw that bit around today. It's all covered in scent, that guy there. I always have a stick minnow tied on nowadays. That's the Ostackle version on the regular taper in-feet rod. I also fish it on a fast taper, their 7'5" version. But the stick minnow, very small prawn imitation. I've got that tried on for tomorrow, and I've got one of the duo baits from the last event tied on. If you don't know, at the briefing, all the competitors got a free duo, one of the Bivy Vibes, and then this is one of the Ryuki Spearheads, a 50mm suspending one. So that was that's a bait that I've got tied on tomorrow. I've got everything tied on. A lot of fish, I think, are just in between patterns at the moment. We'll see if we can catch a few of them tomorrow. I know that one of these or maybe 2 of these techniques might do it. Who knows what it's going to do. Come on, I'm going to show you another thing I've added to the boat. I probably haven't showed you yet, but if you listen to Steve Waffham from Green Marine Lithium, he hates Anderson plugs. So Steve, you'll be very happy. I've got rid of my Anderson plug and I am now charging I've got one of his waterproof plugs on here, and that attaches the charger on there. So it's clip, and it's straight in. So Steve, you'll be happy that I've got rid of my Edison plug in there and I've got one of your clips on there. This is how we roll the Torqeedo charger. I don't have it mounted in the boat. I just sit it next to the boat to an extension cord and to the wall. I don't like chargers in boats because if you put a charger in a boat, eventually it's going to corrode. So I'll keep that in the car and away we go. So streaming on the weekend. We'll see you tomorrow. See you next week for Tackle Fridays. But if you want to watch me catch bream for 14 hours, you're welcome to join me on my YouTube channel.